All right, final form talk. Today, I'm just thinking about how it's the easiest time ever for ambitious people to get ahead. I mean, if you're an ambitious man right now at home, you're trying to close the gap between where you are and where you know you should be, where you know you should be in life, matching your inner potential. Just know the gap can close faster than you think, faster than you believe. Just know that. And I have to put emphasis on ambitious men. Hear me out? Ambitious men. Because if you're not truly an ambitious man, you won't get very far in life. You definitely won't live an extraordinary life. Someone who's really ambitious are trying to get better every single day in every single way. You know, the difference is someone who's talking and someone who's walking the walk. You hear me out? Because people go to someone on the street and say, hey, you want $1 million? Hey, you want a six-pack? Sure. But are their daily processes, their habits, their actions congruent with the person who can have a six-pack or be a millionaire? No. But of course, who doesn't want a better lifestyle? But someone who's truly about being their best self, someone who's truly driven to become their best self, their actions, habits, and behaviors reflect that daily. This is the difference, because show me your habits, I'll show you your future. If you're someone who says you're ambitious, you want a better life, you're trying to close the gap in your life, yet your actions, habits, and behaviors don't reflect that, you're just a talker. And talkers don't get far in this world. Walkers do. Only people who walk the walk, walk the path, actually get real, big, lasting results in life. And right now there's AI, there's Google, ChatGPT, there's all these different things, there's even phones, there's technology. All this access to information and knowledge, yet why do people still have issues? Because if you go up on the street, you don't see that many fit people, do you? You see, how many people make you stop and say, hey, that guy works out. That guy's got a good body. Social media makes it seem like it. Like, oh, everybody's shredded, everybody's this, that. Go into the real world. I mean, the real world, how many people are really rich, really having it? Not that many. Not that many. And this is why there's hierarchies in the world. This is why there's a top 20% and the bottom 80% in any category of life. But the people who rise to the top are the most ambitious, the most driven. They're the people who are able to set themselves apart. Because the average person who may be ambitious, may want a better life, how does their life look? Coping. Oh, well, you know, I'm not where I want to be, but it's fine. I'll get there one day. You know, who cares? My life's fine. Justifying bad behavior. Well, you know, I'm doing this because I'm in this position. Or, well, you know, once I have the business, I won't be partying 24/7. You know, and once I have a better body, eating healthier will be easier because I'll be motivated. This and that. You know, ignoring the issues. Well, you know what? Once again, that goes along with coping and justifying, ignoring the issues. Let me just not track anything in my life. Let me not hold myself accountable by ignoring the problems that are going on instead of facing myself internally. But this is why it's easier to drift. And then the last thing is escapism, because this is one more trap of the matrix, you know, escaping through different vices, through different distractions, you know. And all of those things play a part together. The justifying bad behavior, the coping, you know, things like escaping. I mean, all these things play a pattern together to hold people back. Ignoring the issue, but the people who actually are ambitious and their actions, habits, and behaviors align with that future version of themselves, what do? There's a very stark contrast. What true ambitious men do is remove what's holding them back, the thought processes, the beliefs, the habits, the negative habits that you know aren't helping your life, the vices, the people, the environments. What do truly ambitious people do? They also remove the distractions. They also have congruent action with who they want to be. And this can really only be done by first getting clarity with where you're at in life. Taking accountability and responsibility of where you're at, which isn't ignoring anything, because it's really just gaining awareness. Gaining awareness of where you're at, having a clear path, daily process that's congruent with the person you want to be, removing what's holding you back, having mental, vivid imagery of who you want to be, and really just relentless action every single day. That's someone who's truly ambitious. But someone who wants a better life, wants, but isn't trying, is completely different. The person who wants, they're not going to remove what's holding them back. They'll justify, they'll cope, they'll ignore it. They'll do all the above. But they won't remove what's holding them back because they're comfortable staying in the same spot. Even though they say they might want to change, this is what I mean, want to change. The person who tries to change, they remove what's holding them back. They see and have awareness of where they're lacking, their weaknesses, but also their strengths too. They see where they should put their energy into. They see how they should be acting, conducting themselves on a day-to-day basis, congruent with their goals. Another thing is, someone who isn't ambitious is drifting. When you're drifting, you don't have clarity for the future. You're just going like a plastic bag in the wind. And you might trick yourself into thinking, well, oh, this is just life, and it's not that bad. But you're drifting, you're not accomplishing any new goals, you're not becoming a new person year to year and growing and bettering yourself. But someone who's always evolving, someone who's driven and always getting better every single day in every single way is constantly evolving, constantly accomplishing new things, or at least moving towards them. And right now, the reason things like AI, Google, technology is hindering some people from success is because, in a way, it is a distraction, or more so something to keep you dependent on the system. Because if you're always looking for the next thing to trust or look for advice or help with, when are you ever going to look at your own self? When are you ever going to become the man to do it yourself, who could trust your own intuition, who could trust your own expertise, knowledge, implementation? People who are ambitious right now in this world will actually get ahead within the next 5 to 10 years, and it's going to be huge, because there's buckets of people who are drifting, don't care about anything, just live life, bro, and they're fine being bums. We forget about them. And then there's people in the middle who they feel the calling on their life. They're in the middle. That's why they call it mid. Life isn't bad, but it's also not good. And then the last is people who are on their purpose. Men who are actually driving themselves towards their goals. Men who are living in accordance with that vision that they have in their head and bettering themselves and leveling up. And this is a smaller category than the other two. It is. But however, this is why there's the Pareto principle. The top 20% in any area of life, industries, whatever you want to call it, make up most of the earnings, make up most of the results, make up most of the stats, compared to the bottom 80%. The top 20% are always more ambitious. They're always willing to give up and sacrifice for a bigger goal. The top 20% are always living in alignment with the best, with being the best, with expertise. So right now, if you're ambitious and you're trying to really level up your life, you feel that calling, you're in the middle group, your life isn't bad, but it's also not that good, or hey, you can feel your life is at rock bottom. You're sick and tired of being tired. The same self-sabotaging behaviors, the same loops that you're staying stuck in. The same negative cycles. You're ready to break it once and for all. It starts with you. It starts with you. Because what is true ambition? True ambition is a drive, a hunger. It's a decision. True ambition is not just an emotion or, just motivation for a little bit. Nah, those burn out. Someone who's truly ambitious, that is your identity. That is your identity you take into every single area of your life. And most people these days are distracted. They are looping. A lot of people are talkers. But the truly ambitious ones, it's time to take over. It's time to fucking take over. Because we could go the extra mile. We can remove what's holding us back. We could do whatever it needs to be done to reach our goals. We could stay up the extra hours late at night. We could wake up earlier. And other people, we gotta let them stay distracted. But we can call on the ones who want to be called. The ones who answer the call, they're the ones who are ready. They're the ones who are ready. If you're ready right now, just know, closing the gap between where you are and your lifestyle, your habits, your identity, the new version you want to become, it all starts today. It all starts. And don't let that fire burn out in your life. The ambition you have to make more money, to have more freedom, more independence, a better lifestyle, whatever it is, just know. It starts with you. Nobody else. Don't be tricked by the system. Don't be dependent on the system out there to get your dreams and goals. Don't be dependent on anyone else but your own goddamn self. Your own processes. Your own mindset. Rely on your own daily structure. Your own intuition. Your own power. Because at the end of the day, all you have is your own ambition to get what you want in life. You have your own decisions. And you have your own word. Hear me out. Nobody's going to be ambitious for you. Nobody, all the knowledge and all the different things that exist in this world now, they exist. They exist, yes. But nobody's going to wake you up, get you out of bed, and get what you want for your life. Nobody. At the end of the day, all you have, if you're breaking promises to yourself, you say, this year's going to be different. Oh, you're on fire. Oh, you're motivated. And you fall off, you justify, you cope, you ignore the issue, you stay stuck in cycles. It doesn't matter how ambitious you are because you're lying to yourself and you're staying in the same exact loops. And most of all, show me your habits, show me your future. Show me your habits, show me your future. Because what you're doing in a day-to-day process can predict what the next decade of your life will look like. Everything affects everything, man. And if you're someone who's ambitious, keep going. I believe in you. If nobody told you that, I believe in you. It's the easiest time for us to get ahead and dominate. We know nobody's built like us. Nobody's built like us. We're upgrading our mind, our body, our bank. We're reaching our final form. And this is the time to dominate, baby.